Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from beautiful, sunny San Antonio, Texas. The second most powerful, passionate, and purposeful coach and speaker in the world. There's usually a breakdown that we will all experience from time to time. Now, you know, I do not purport to or agree with the gurus who do not allow for the grace for someone to have a season where you're just broken down, broken out, hurting. And I mean hurting. For those of you that are self-employed or have been self-employed for some time, you understand that breakdowns can be a normal part of the process of being self-employed, because the pipe dreams people had originally of, I don't have a boss, I don't have a schedule, I can do what I want, when I want, how I want, because I'm my own boss, I can do what I want. And then 6 months later, they're broke and in debt and looking for a job because they didn't have a boss, they didn't have a schedule, they got to do what they want, how they want, when they want, whenever they want. And instead of doing their job, they have to go out and get a job because it was much more difficult than originally interpreted or understood. Entrepreneurs understand the season of breakdown. And again, I do not agree with the gurus who will try to help you positive think your way out of it. One of the wisest men who ever walked the earth said, there's a time for everything. There's a season for everything. There's a time for everything under the sun. There's a time to celebrate. There's a time to weep. There is a time for that. And I want to empower you with this thought. You get to decide how long you're going to stay in the breakdown. And I'm going to encourage you to go with it fully. There's a lot of people who have been raised with the programming that to cry or to have a breakdown is a sign of weakness. Well, I've got good news for you. It's not. Or Jesus is weak. Shortest verse in the Bible, Jesus wept outside of Lazarus' grave. I'm telling you, there's a season to really go through that breakdown. And yet what you will find is you have the ability to decide how long you are going to stay in the breakdown. You have the power. There's not an outside circumstance that's going to come along and change the situation. You experience your breakdown, and I'm going to suggest to you that the more visceral of an experience you have of truly breaking down, the quicker you'll move through to your breakthrough. Because if you stand firm, there's always a breakthrough after the breakdown. And once you've had that breakdown that's led to your breakthrough, well, baby, now you can break out. Because many times we fear the things that could happen to us, especially those that are self-employed. We are fearful of what can happen when things are challenged. And even folks who may be doing well financially as an entrepreneur run into other issues. Employees embezzling, folks whose effort does not match your own, people who just don't show up and blow up like you do, people who do not have the same work ethic, people who have drama that they bring into the office and affect everybody else. All of the issues of life that are connected to being human and living at a higher level. You know, Tony Robbins said something very funny. He said, making a ton of money doesn't make your problems go away. You just get to show up to your problems in a limo. So the problems are still there. They tend to be more magnified because there's more people whose lives are being influenced and touched. So realize this, there's a season and there is a time for the breakdown. And I'm going to suggest that if you allow yourself to really have that breakdown, don't avoid, hey, get sloppy crocodile tears, crying snot on your freaking pillow, weeping, crying, let everybody in your home judge you, and get it out of your system. Feel it, go with it. You were created by God as an emotional creature. Get that breakdown, let it out, and then decide, that's it. I'm done, I'm ready for my breakthrough. And once you come from that breakthrough, when you stand in that place where you're ready to break out, baby, watch out, because now the thing that you feared before, that you have now experienced, you realize that although weeping may have endured for a night, joy comes in the morning, and it's a new day, and you have new opportunity, and there are new things that show up in your life, because that thing that was keeping you from fulfilling your dream, that fear, once you walk through it and you realize you can walk through that, and you realize the good Lord has got your back, man, now it's time to break out, because now you no longer have that fear looming over you, holding you back. Are you going through a hard time right now? Well, I'm going to share this with you, friend. Go through it and go hard in the paint. Crocodile tears, snot on your pillow, headache, weeping, hurting. Hey man, been there, done that. Been there, done that. Over and over and over again, man. You know, it's just the challenges of life. Don't avoid it. Don't buy into the rhetoric that, well, I can't do that because, you know, that would be weak. No, it's stupid not to do that, because it will find a way to come out one way or another. Either you'll turn into a jerk, you'll be short with everybody, you'll get bitter, you'll be upset, or worse yet, you will become physically ill from the inside out, holding on to that. Hey, if you have to go spend $150 and go get a hotel so that you can go crocodile tears, snot on your pillow, weep and cry and mourn, if you have to go out into the woods somewhere and just get it out, get it out. Experience your breakdown. Go through that breakdown, and then realize you have the ability to decide when it's time for you to break through, because there's always a breakthrough after a breakdown if you'll stand firm. And then, baby, watch out, because now you're ready to break out.